Hey, that is one of my favorites. I love 4th of July.
Goodness.
And I love you. And I love free speech. Very upset because there's an attack on free speech courtesy of taxpayer money. It's a twofer. The University of North Carolina issuing new guidelines for employees to avoid uttering so-called, yeah, you're going to despise this term, microaggressions. As first reported by Campus Reform, here are some of the terms now considered offensive. And we're not making any of this up. You cannot say Christmas vacation because it, quote, minimizes non-Christian rituals like Festivus, I'm assuming. Also out, husband or boyfriend.
Okay.
Kinky. You can also not say wife or girlfriend because both are microaggressions against people's sexual orientation. Round of golf is considered offensive because it assumes employees have the, quote, financial resources to play the game of golf, as they call it in Scotland. And telling a woman, I love your shoes, that is also banned because it places looks and appearances over a woman's intellectual contribution.
Kenny. See, that's a microaggression. Did you see that too? Interrupting a woman speaking is now a microaggression.
I thought you were just so excited
I love
for me
you.
to compliment your shoes, which are fantastic, by the way.
They are. This is serious. This is, I mean, honestly, the first one I read was Christmas Vacation.
There's
I have golf.
Oh, yes, because if you invite someone to play a round of golf, you're saying to them, like, well, you can obviously afford to just burn money and flush it down the toilet.
That's
because
ridiculous.
golf is so expensive.
Every municipality now has, like, public courses.
That's exactly
I don't
right.
Get it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to the place of complimenting people's shoes because of all the other stuff you can't say.
Right.
Like when I'm standing with a group of women, maybe at pickup, I don't want to say, you know,
pickup,
what do you,
not like man pickup.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Let me clarify. During kid pickup,
For the single
you don't want to
people.
say, like, where do you work? Because if they are slaving at home as a stay-at-home mom, then you've offended them, that you've implied that you want, I mean, there's so many things that you can't say that I find myself at the place where I'm saying I like your shoes because I'm trying to make conversation and it's always sincere, but now I can't say that either.
So, but is it women to women or only man to women who can't say these things? The way that I read it, it was men.
No, you can't say it to anyone because what it's saying is I don't value your brain if I love your footwear.
But what if
now,
you
Plato
really don't?
expressly taught us in the symposium how important it is to have an aesthetic. And how having an aesthetic makes you a well-rounded person if you appreciate visual beauty.
Good-looking, tall people actually statistically are more successful.
So these were two women that put this together. A dorm life coordinator was one of them, and the assistant director of multicultural affairs. Okay, these two women put this list together, and then they actually tell the students how to respond when someone uses a microaggression on campus. Oh, good.
All right, here we go. I like your shoes.
You should interrupt that person aggressively.
Oh, I thought that was a microaggression.
Yeah, that is.
There's
And
an
microaggressions,
asterisk
fighting
next to it, guys. There's an
microaggressions,
asterisk next
and
to it.
ask, what did you mean by that?
Yes.
Oh.
So let's try
All right,
it.
let's see it.
Terrence,
Charles, you
those are fantastic shoes.
They are, though.
You're supposed to interrupt me.
Okay. Charles, what did you mean by that?
No,
got a great point.
that's not.
So I'll play it with you. So, Charles, would you like to go out for a round of golf?
Absolutely. How dare you insult me?
No, but Charles has to say yes, but don't take me one of those shoddy muni courses.
Exactly. Please don't take me to one of those shoddy beauty courses.
That's right.
It's so hard though for a man, particularly a man, to give a woman a compliment these days.
So Sandra, I really do like.
What did you mean by that?
And that they're assuming that people in a place of higher learning are so dumb. They have to be instructed on how to respond to microaggressions.
I feel so left out. No one's insulting me.
You have a beautiful dress.
Yeah.
And your brain, forget about it. It's
I like the one. You look so young for your age. What did you mean by that?
Wait, that is hot.
But you know what? People always tell me, people tell me I look better in person than TV. I take that as a compliment. Don't stop, guys.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
A lot of people say that I should be a model. Right now, says that. That makes Charles laughing. All right, well, helicopter parents, you better listen up. Why you're hovering could be doing a lot more harm than good to your kids. And, speaking of the kids, why should they have all the fun? The booming business of summer camps for adults looking to unleash their inner child. Yeah, more on that on the way.
You go.
warning to intrusive parents. Push your kids too hard and you could end up doing more harm than good. That's according to a study that found kids were at increased risk of being overly self-critical if their parents acted intrusively. For instance, if they pushed too hard for good grades or overreacted when the child made a mistake. The researchers also found children who were highly self-critical also had higher levels of anxiety and depression, though the study did not prove parental pressure caused depression. There's a lot to figure out when you're a parent. I think we can all agree on that. We're all parents on the couch. I don't know. I mean, it's hard not to feel like you need to be over your kid. I mean, you've got you and your son. You're always telling stories about how you're parenting. It's hard.
It is hard. This seems like to be a pushback against the tiger mom phenomena to a degree. But I got to tell you, I think if I had to, I would be on top of them. I try to let them be their own person, but also make sure I shepherd them in a certain way. It's interesting because my father was more or less sort of indifferent toward me getting great grades, whereas my mother, she kept every single certificate I ever got in my life for everything, for whether it was attendance, whether, and I kind of felt like her
Did you get the perfect attendance award?
Oh, for years.
How did that make you feel?
One year I went to school. She always used to tell me the story, and my mom passed away like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and she always used to tell me the story. She was so proud that one day I was in 7th grade and I got up to go to school. She said, "There's snow. There's no school." I said, "I got to make sure." It was a foot of snow, 12 inches of snow. I walked all the way to the